99% of YouTube videos that teach you how to edit like Iman Gadzhi are wrong. They either tell you how to make a setup that looks like Iman Gadzhi's setup, or they tell you how to recreate animations in Iman Gadzhi's videos. And after watching hundreds of videos that tell you how to edit like Iman Gadzhi, actually miss the editing part. Because making animations for Iman Gadzhi is not editing a video for Iman Gadzhi. Creating two angles is not editing for Iman Gadzhi. Creating two angles is the production process. Animating is the motion graphics process. And I still haven't seen a single video that teaches you how to edit like Iman Gadzhi's videos. A video is designed for video editors who do the editing part, who cut, who create the pacing, and who create the tone of the video. That's why I've decided to create this YouTube video. In this video, I will not just sit in front of the camera and tell you how to edit like Iman Gadzhi or how to set up two angles. We're gonna actually pick one of his videos from his channel, and we're gonna have a complete analysis. We're gonna jump to the timeline just in a couple of seconds. We're gonna break down his video cut by cut. We're gonna basically reverse engineer it so you can actually see what workflow was implemented, how his video editor is doing the job, what is required to do that, and how you can implement that video editing style with your clients, because I know a lot of clients are wanting that Iman Gadzhi video editing style. So without wasting any more of your time, just hit that subscribe button, because on this channel not only do I talk about the editing skills and tricks, how to actually elevate your editing quality, but I also teach you how to monetize your video editing skill properly, how to get as much clients as possible, and how to actually handle them all, and basically how to succeed in this tough career of video editing. So subscribe! And without further ado, let's jump into the timeline and let's break down one of the Iman Gadzhi's videos brick by brick, frame by frame, and actually figure out how to edit like Iman Gadzhi. I believe this is the only video you will literally need to learn how to edit like Iman Gadzhi. So please don't YouTube it and don't Google it anymore after this video, because he's gonna explain everything. So you ready? Let's go to the timeline, my friend. Hope Premiere doesn't glitch again. Alright, here we are, baby, at the timeline. Premiere Pro opened, as always. Sorry, Davinci users, but the software really doesn't matter here. What we're gonna do here right now is we're gonna reverse engineer Iman Gadzhi videos, like the standard type. He basically started to make all the videos are the same. Some videos just have a super production quality on the intros, where he's running around, playing, acting, etc. But in general, it's just him sitting a talking head video. So I'm not gonna dive deep into the set of the video about how actually to set up these lights, because there are a lot of videos that explain you. We're gonna go through the only editing, because the video is called how to edit like Iman Gadzhi, not how to create content like Iman Gadzhi or Gadzhi, whatever it is. So let's just create a reverse engineer this whole video, and brick by brick we will analyze it, and you will see that there's a certain pattern which he follows, and why it's hard to recreate this type of videos. And basically, yeah, just go have fun with the timeline right here. And if you want me to leave you the project file, please text in the comments project, and I'll DM you and send you the project file. So let's just dive deep into it. Now we have a standard type Iman Gadzhi video, like, oh, you're so shit, you're watching porn, you're watching childhood trauma, come on, time to make money online, buy my course. So this is just the video, a standard video of Iman Gadzhi, right? Nothing new, nothing basically special. So what we're gonna do here is first we're gonna define the pacing of the video simply by scene edit detection. We're gonna apply a cut on each. Yeah, it's basically the Premiere gonna cut the video in every time where the video is cut itself, so that now we see the pacing of it. And here we go. Premiere did the trick, and now we basically see how much cuts does this video have. Now let me do only this thing. We're gonna basically, because we don't need the audio cuts right now, we're gonna just discuss the videos. So yeah, let's just basically mark it like this. Let's label it with green, so that it's like we have audio and we have the video. And now what I want to do is I want to basically mark each segment of the video, which is look how. By arrows, I'll be just going down to the cuts and how it's done, basically. What types of cuts do we have? So we'll have the main cut. The main cut is basically the A roll. Let's just label the A roll as violet. Then we'll have the animations. We'll put it right here, and we call it animations. Sorry, I have the mic, so kind of be slow here. Here we go, A cam. So it's just A cam, animations. Animations we're gonna label to, I don't know, Caribbean, whatever. Then there's A cut. Then there's like an animation. And here actually you didn't notice because it's a B cam right here. You see, it's a B cam right here. So let's just do the, okay, fuck it. Let's just put the B cam right here. Yep, and let's do the animations. I think we're gonna have B-rolls, but I think Iman doesn't have a lot of B-rolls in his videos. So let's just have animations. So yeah, it's gonna be basically violet. I think we're gonna paint all of this stuff to violet. And then we'll just rebrand them as we go. So the B cam will be like, I don't know, lavender. Okay, this is animation, we put it here. This is B cam, and it's really, you see, it cuts perfectly. Then there's A cam, then there's B cam, and then there's A cam, animation. And now let me just go through the entire video, and I'll come back to you in a bit so you see how the video is structured, and we'll then proceed to analyzing and breaking down this video. Alright, so I went through the whole video, and basically I broke down to what visual parts, what visual elements does Iman Gadzhi video has. And in fact, this is what he has in 99% of his all videos. And I don't want you guys to super complicate this stuff, because if you really see, it's very super easy. So again, I don't want you to ask how to edit like Iman Gadzhi after this video, because this video is going to be pretty self-explanatory, and his video editing style is very minimal. And after the visual part, we'll go to the sound part. But basically, you just have, if we turn off this stuff, if we turn the animations for now, let's just turn them off, and we turn off the B-roll. He has some B-rolls here. So basically, what he has in his video is A cam and B cam, and it's like the main interview, which is he's talking about, and he just have it switched. Don't point your attention to animations for now. Let's just focus on how the main visuals are here. So he just combines A cam with B cam, and he just transitions between the cuts. And as you see, why it makes so clean and minimal is he doesn't use stock B-roll at all. There is no stock B-roll in his videos. So because stock B-roll really cheapens your edits, and it lacks that unique luxury feel and the branding, because stock, everybody uses stock, and stock is actually cheap. So what he does here, focuses instead on, is he's just talking. You see, guys, it's not cartoons. Like, there is cartoons with animations, but it's not super jumping. Like, for example, if you see Rian Doris's videos, if you know who that guy is, just crazy. He's making cartoons for people with limited abilities. I don't know. No offense. But, yeah, you maybe can cut that, but I don't know, whatever. So, as you see here, it's just talking with the B cam and A cam. B cam and A cam. And this is going throughout the whole video. And then what he just adds animations. He just adds animations on top of the main interview. So let's just basically, if for visual representation of you to be able to understand it more, if we just put let me just... Where's the project? If we just put the adjustment layer, and basically I just want to show you that it's not hard at all to edit. All of this is just the source footage. Let's rename it for you to see. All of this is the source footage which you've received, and you can even lock it in. I'll rename it here, don't worry. So everything that's below here is just switching the A cam and B cam on top of all edit. And whenever you're going to be editing for a client who's going to ask you, oh, edit me like Iman Gadzhi, what you do first you just go through the whole source after you make the rough cut, and you just cut it multicam. That's the only step that you should do, because music doesn't get affected. It's really it's playing very ambiently and softly at the background, so you don't need to keep the pacing. If you hear it, He's just talking and the music is playing on the background. The music doesn't affect the pacing. So whenever you're gonna be editing, you just go to cut between the cams. And you already will have yourself almost 80% of the video done, my friends, just for the visual part. And that's it. And then, of course, there's the hard part. You just feel the main concept with the animations. There you see, there's one animation, then there's second animation, and also this transition right here. If you will notice, he uses this transition across all of his, like this entire video. This is just the overlay. This is just the grain overlay, which you can download from Storyblocks and put it on the blending mode of overlay, and you don't need to do anything extra on top of it, and it will give you this feel. You see, it's just an overlay with the blending mode of screen or overlay. I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's screen. And you see the animation just starts playing right afterwards. Animation is over. Another like overlay of grain film effect. Boom, he's talking. Let's skip this part for now. Boom. And then there's cuts of between, again, the overlays that really soften the cut. Boom, multicam, animation, multicam, animation, multicam, animation, multicam, animation, multicam, animation, multicam, animation, and it just goes throughout the whole video. So the most hard part here is really defining the animations. And whenever you're going to be approaching this project, you will leave black spaces to where you want the animations first. And then you have to talk with your client. Do you really want the animations to highlight these points? And don't you ever start animating before you really basically say with client and agree upon times where you want the video to be animated. Because if the video will be animated where he doesn't want it to be animated, you're just gonna lose time. And he has a section where he uses B-rolls, but notice, my friends, the B-rolls which he uses is all custom. You see, all of these B-rolls was shot by him and his team. And of course it looks luxurious because, again, if you put Hollywood shot assets here, it will look professional, and it's just cuts. It's just cuts, you know, it's just cuts. And it looks beautiful because the material is great. It looks beautiful because it was shot amazingly by a cinematographic look, and you would just do cuts. And it just makes it so much easier to do, you see? And it's all custom. There's no stock B-roll in Iman Gadzhi's videos, and that's what makes his videos really pop in the quality. And that's it. Then again, there's animations, B-cam animation, B-cam animation, B-cam animation, B-cam animation, and it just goes throughout the entire video. And that's it. Now, also, what he uses is he uses some kind of these zooms on important topics which you don't want to be animated. My bad, I had some issues. Back to the video. Okay. Now let's go to the parts where this thing is happening. Basically, animations which are overlaid on the main cam. This is just After Effects text and some animations which are overlaid on top. This is the final element of his videos. At some points, if you'll see, he has these animations where he puts them like overlaid. He puts them overlaid. And this is like the final element of his edits. He puts it very rarely, but you'll see that he puts them somewhere. Let me check. Yeah, if you go through the video, you'll definitely see some moments where he does it. And this is just to basically contrast that he speaks a lot. So there's like A cam, B cam, and animations. That's all there is. There's 3 elements to this video. That's it. He sometimes sprinkles it with the animations on top, just as overlay animations, and that's it. And just to sprinkle up the dynamics, what he does sometimes is he does these kinds of zooms, which can be basically done in the position settings over here. And you just keyframe, put keyframe, and then slight movement with a little bit of a motion blur. And this is how you do it. And that's it. And that's it. This is the only thing which he does. When he cuts between this, he can cut with this basically overlay transition. That's all it is, guys. It's all it is. You just have to have this overlay transition, which you can download from Storyblocks. You just have to switch between multicams and sometimes add zoom ins and zoom outs to highlight the important part. That's how you do the visual part. After that, you go and fill out the places where you want animations, and then the hardest part is, of course, animating. But what I keep preaching in all my video editing courses and workshops, you don't have to animate yourself. You're a video editor. You're not the animator. Imagine you came to this industry and you wanted to edit, you wanted to add emotion, you wanted to basically fill in the music, and you like to work with music, and then simply because Iman Gadzhi is animating, you have to become an animator. And it's a completely different skill than video editing skill, because in animation you have to follow the design, you have to know the color palettes, all of that stuff, and sometimes it's not what you want to do as a video editor. So don't do it. Don't do it, and don't work with clients who think that video editing is animating. Video editing is basically applying music and B-rolls. It's not this part. This part is not video editing. Your part of Iman Gadzhi video editing is this. And that's it. What you have to do here is you have to first of all increase the budget because you want the animations to happen, and then hire some great animators and motion graphics artists who will basically do it and help you. And that's how you will become more professional of a video editor. You will focus on your strength rather than weaknesses, and trying to figure out how to do in After Effects all of this stuff, because people don't know what video editing is, and they just want you to basically be all at once soldier, but it's not like that. Imagine they want you to go and film it, they want you to animate it, they want you to color correct it, they want you to sound mix it. It's like an all-in-one solution. It's the whole post-production. It's not video editing. Video editing is just doing this. For this, if you don't want to bother with animations, because it's super hard, and this animation can take you about like a couple of hours to make. Now count. Okay, let's count small animations as 1 hour and big as 2. 2 plus, it's 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's about 32 hours of animations for one video. You can do it yourself if you want, but it's going to cost you a couple of days of animating to making it good, and then revisions. If you want to speed up the process, hire yourself an animator. But the editing is very minimal. It's very, very minimal for the visual part. Now I hope you see how to edit like Iman Gadzhi. Switch between the A cam and B cam and add animations on top. That's how you edit like Iman Gadzhi, guys. Now let's discuss the audio part. We will not have this feature to cut, but let's just listen to it.
And you are killing your focus. You're killing your testosterone. And because of all of that, you're killing your success. The average person has a...
He just speaks to the minimal music.
Just with the tiniest bit of discipline.
You see, this transitions don't even have sound effects on it. It just has some whooshes. It just has some whooshes, which are highlighters as sound effects, and that's it. It's very minimal. It's just the minimal music, which you can just put the track, let it play, then let it play, let it play, let it play, and some whoosh highlight the animations, and you'll have an Iman Gadzhi video.
Before we even begin, you need to understand that your ability to control your urges is directly correlated to your success or lack thereof.
You see, he's speaking, and there's not much editing going. Even sound-wise, it doesn't have sound effects, it's just music playing. So it's super simple. His editor is like, he just found, and it makes it luxury. Minimalistic makes it luxurious. These animations even don't have sound effects. So it's just super, super minimal. You can handle this part in a couple of hours. Just put some minimal music and go with the whooshes. You can have 1 or 2 whooshes, nobody will hear the difference. And that's basically it. In fact, if you want to check out the video on how to actually master sound design, what types of sounds do you want to use in your videos, why sound design is important, how to basically, all things sound design. If you want to learn, not in the Iman Gadzhi videos, but in videos which are more sophisticated in terms of how to highlight the scenes of where fighting is happening, or maybe hurricane, you want to basically highlight stuff with sound, feel free to check out this video and it will explain you everything.